Hello everybody, welcome back to Resin. Gosh, it feels good to be back. Haven't been here for a couple of weeks. I've actually been out of town and been up to Oregon where it was kind of cold and wet and rainy, and now I'm back in Arizona where it has reached 100 degrees just for a little bit, but gosh, going from one extreme to the next. Anyway, so here we go. I just got these molds. These are Swan molds. Okay, they're two different sizes. I believe this one is about, let me look here, pretty big. They are about, gosh, almost 10 inches tall, 9.5 inches tall or so on this big one. And this one here, about, oh gosh, almost 8 inches. Okay, so they're pretty good size. And what I thought I would do is I'm going to do a really thin layer of clear resin down first, and then after that cures just a bit, then we're going to go ahead and add some flowers. I had thought about all different kinds of possibilities of what to do with this, but then I finally kind of decided that I think flowers would be the best. I'm going to go in real quick here, and they have just really tiny little eyes. And I'm going to go ahead and just paint the eyes over really quickly in just black. Go. So I don't know if you can see them, but they're just kind of just really tiny in there. But they're raised on this part. Okay, so we're going to do that one. And so now what I'm going to do is I've mixed up about 8 ounces of resin. I'm using Diction resin today, so I just want a thin coat in both of these swans, just enough to cover the base. Because when I'm doing flowers or even glitter or something, I don't like to have it, I don't like to be able to feel it from the front of a project. I like it to be inside a bit. Okay. Let's see, I think I can kind of roll it down here. Just make sure it's coated everywhere. Gosh, I'll tell you, with this white, with the white mold, sometimes it's really kind of hard to see. And I did not spray any alcohol in this before I got started for bubbles, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. We're not really going into anywhere very small. You know, there's really no little tiny areas that we're trying to get into. But I will go ahead and spray now, in case there's something I've missed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start placing a few of the flowers in here, because otherwise they will start to float up. So I need to put them in there now, and then I can cover them. I'll be right back. I've got to go get scissors. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I've got my scissors, I've got my tweezers, and now I'm ready to start maybe cutting off some of these little twigs here of these dried flowers. These actually came from Amazon, gosh, maybe a couple of years ago. So I've been using this tray and then some multiple other trays and things that I've bought since. But I am going to take my flowers and do what I normally do here, and I am going to dunk them in my resin. This will help kind of prevent any bubbles. I'm going to just start placing them around. And I want the flower part to face the bottom of my mold. Okay. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for this part right here. I'm going to let these cure, and then I will be back to add another layer of resin, and then we'll decide if we want to do any kind of added glitter flakes or something. But we'll kind of think about that, and I'll be back in just a bit. See you then. Okay, I'm back, and these are just kind of firm, cured, sticky. I can still poke a hole through it probably, but I came back just to add some of these kind of gold tone glitter flakes. I don't want a whole lot, just a little bit in the background. And my resin that I've got made up here is getting kind of warm, so I'm gonna have to kind of speed it up a bit. I wanted my resin just thick enough to where my gold flakes would float and not all just sink like this. See how they're just kind of staying, kind of floating around back there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of pour slowly through here. Only got about maybe 4 ounces or so made up. So I'm gonna kind of go thin so I can do both. Make sure I get some here in both of them. This might look a bit busy. This isn't exactly what I had in mind when I started these. I was actually thinking of doing them all in white, kind of like for a wedding season. And then kind of last minute, I thought, oh, you know, it is getting to be wedding season, but it's also, gosh, it's going to be summertime before we know it. And here in Arizona, we've got so many flowers, just beautiful flowers are blooming. So I just kind of decided to go a little bit more colorful on this set. And then I'll probably do the next set, maybe in more whites and greens, and see how that looks. But I'm just hoping that this won't look too busy when we get it all done here. Okay, there we go, guys. So we've only got one more step, and that's going to be just to pour a clear, just a clear top back coat. It is kind of busy, and there's so much going on that we might not notice if there was a bubble anyway, right? Okay. All right, so I'm going to spray this with alcohol, and then I'm going to let it cure, and then I'll be back, okay? I will see you all in just a bit. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Our swans are ready for the last coat, and I've mixed up some resin. It's been sitting a few minutes, and now I'm going to go ahead and pour it to the fill line here of just clear, and then it's going to be ready to demold probably tomorrow morning. So super excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and pour this into another cup so I have a bit better control of pouring it here. Okay, super excited to see how this is going to turn out. I think it's going to be really pretty. Hoping. I think that's looking pretty full on both of these. All right, I'm going to go ahead and spray it with my alcohol spray. I think we're going to be looking pretty good as far as not a whole lot of bubbles in this. I haven't seen many. All right, you guys, so I'm going to set this over on my curing rack to cure, and oh my gosh, these are going to be ready to demold in the morning. So gosh, I don't even know if I'll be able to wait very long at all. When I wake up, I'm probably going to come in and demold these because I'm so excited to see how they look standing up outside of the mold. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay everybody, I'm back and our swans are all the way cured and I'm so excited to take these out of the molds and see how they look. So I'm going to start with this little guy here, and hopefully we made a good choice with the colors of the flowers. Like I said, I was thinking kind of spring, summertime colors really, and you know, hoping it's not going to be too busy. So this is all the way cured, but I see the neck is just a bit bendy still. So after I get it all out of here, I will probably just continue to lay them flat somewhere so that they can continue to harden up a bit. But it's looking pretty good so far. Don't have too many little things here to pick off. Oops. Come on. Come out of there. had that head out of there once, so all right. So there's that part. To kind of poke these through, loosen this up a bit. Let me see here. Need to get something that's not too. I think I'll use this soft edge of this stir stick here. There we go. Okay, there we go. This one is out. Get my mold out of the way here. Okay, here it goes. Oh my gosh, actually, wow, that's actually really pretty. There is a lot of color going on there with all the dried flowers, but actually it is actually really pretty. You can see that we painted the eye on this one here, and then just put some kind of light flowers around it. My gosh, I think it's really pretty. Okay, let's get the other one out here. Scooch this one over to the side and kind of work on getting this one out the same way. This is the bigger one, obviously. I'm using J. Dixon's resin with this project, and so far I think I'm I don't know, I've gone through 1 gallon so far, and now I'm on my second, just started my second gallon of that brand, and so far I'm really liking it. It's pretty easy to work with. Yeah, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Get this out of there. We go. Just a couple little things to pick off there. Okay. Okay, move my mold out of the way. These swan molds are nice and glossy on the inside, so you're pretty easy to get a nice finish. So okay, let's look at this one. Oh gosh. Oh wow, that's pretty. Can you even see it all in this picture? What do you think, you guys? Okay, so I have one bubble here. I've got one bubble here in this big flower that almost looks like, almost kind of looks like a pearl, actually. But yeah, gosh, really pretty. Really pretty. And I think they stand up. Oh my gosh, they do stand up. Oh my gosh, really, really pretty, you guys. Gosh, what do you think? You know, the molds are about, what is that? Well, let's see. You know, probably about 1 inch here at the widest part. So, you know, and then at the most narrow part, maybe, I don't know, about a half an inch maybe. So they really don't take that much resin. You know, I think I actually mixed up even more than I needed when I was making these. But oh my gosh, how cute. These are just super cute. I really, really like it. Gosh. Okay, so I'm going to bring you down for a closer look, and then I'll stand them up too so that you can see them a little bit better. You already saw the backs of them when they were in the molds, but really these could be They're pretty from either side, but this one has most of the flowers facing up. So anyway, gosh, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this project, and I'm going to take you off the camera stand now and bring you in for a closer look. I'll see you guys all next time.